Oh, whoopsie. I did.
Or puss or mediocre. Hey! What is up? Get it. Get it. Get it. Welcome back, Tempy.
What up?
Episode number 2 for you, huh?
Oh, yeah, 2.
Episode number 2.
2 of them. I haven't changed my clothes since we filmed the first one.
No, you haven't. You're a disgusting, filthy animal.
Neither of you two. You fucking.
So, if you haven't noticed, Tempy is here joining us again.
Yeah.
Welcome, Tempy. Welcome, welcome. We appreciate you coming, filling Brandon's seat in this time of despair.
Yeah, it's a bad deal what happened to him, man. That's just
you know,
real sad.
It was bad enough that he was bedridden from the STD disease. But Jesus.
STD disease.
Yeah.
What's the D in STD stand for?
Well, no, it's a brand new disease. That's why they had to double up the D. It's the STDD.
It's that bad.
It's bad.
ST double D.
But like
the old double D disease.
Like we were just talking about, it's bad enough that he got hit with the STDD. But then to go and fucking slip, trip, and fall down the fucking stairs and land butthole first on the banister pole. My goodness.
There's a prolapsed asshole happening.
Yeah,
there.
I heard it was prolapsed. I
Dude.
heard they had to stitch it back in.
I think it ripped him almost in half. He hit it so hard.
Yeah,
So
so
when
like
he stood up, he shit his gallbladder out, right?
That's what he was saying.
Well, like and
Through
now,
text message,
now
anyway.
I went and saw him yesterday, and he's just laying in his bed, belly first, ass up, face down, ass up, because he can't sit on his asshole anymore.
No.
Dude,
When
he's going to have to sit on one of those fucking donuts.
he has to sit on his balls, I heard.
What?
Yeah.
He's
He's got to sit on his balls.
He can't sit on his balls.
Face down, ass up.
Oh, boy. Poor guy.
Yeah, it's tragic. We might not ever get him back.
I bet you do. He's a tough son of a gun.
Yeah, he might make a quick turnaround.
He's just a kid from Manly. He's pretty tough.
I did hear that they were coming out with some preventative maintenance for the STDD. So I think I think they got that one halfway figured out.
You got to get a fucking oil change nowadays. The old Osage wrestling trick. Check your oil, bud.
Check your oil, bud. Yeah. So, thoughts and prayers to Brandon and his family in this desperate time.
Don't forget, Brandon, check your oil.
Check your oil before you get caught with the STDD. So, we're excited. Tempy's back.
I'm back.
We're going to have Tempy on and off here, depending on Brandon's illness. But
It'll
Jeremy,
probably be like twice.
how are you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing good. Doing real good.
You look good, you Dave
Thanks.
Portnoy doppelganger son of a
You
gun.
look good. You feel good.
You are the first person to ever say that I look like Dave Portnoy.
Dude, the
And,
Dave
like, I get
Portnoy
it.
thing is
I get
spot
it a
on.
little bit. Not
If you had a raspier voice,
so-
but
when
Dude.
I have heard, but the only other celebrity I've ever heard me compared to, and this was when I was a little skinnier, is Cole Swindell, and I didn't like that
see
one.
that.
I didn't like that one.
I see that.
Yeah, I think it's
I
literally
got
just
really drunk
anybody
at a
with
Cole Swindell concert
with
one
a
time.
shorter red beard.
Okay, look up and to the left.
Who's left? Mine or yours?
Your left.
Colby, you had him look the wrong way, you numbnut. Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure.
That's what we were looking at last week. And I'm like, dude, that's spot on.
Yeah. We need to get
Spot
you a
on.
one by or a Barstool hat or something. Maybe shout out Barstool. Like,
Although
I do love your pizza reviews.
I love his pizza reviews. I love Barstool. Like, it's a fucking hell of a company,
dude.
But I have ordered one T-shirt from them before, and it came as like a fucking youth large instead of an adult large, and it was a real fucking shitty material.
Dude, we need to have different sizes in the world. Like, there needs to be Midwest
Yep.
large, Midwest Because
100%.
like dudes like me are built different. And you know what pisses me the fuck off is to see a 5'10", 350 pounder wearing a 2XL shirt with sleeves long enough that they cover his fucking wrists.
Yeah.
But he has to have 2XL to keep his fucking ass crack in check.
Keep his
But I
fucking.
can't motherfucking find a t-shirt to fit my giant ass.
That's the shit pisses me off, dude.
Pissed
Like,
me right off.
so normally, like shirts, sweatshirts, I wear a large.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking can't stand it when I get a large sweatshirt.
How do you fit in a large? You're more like a fucking medium at all 5'2", you.
This motherfucker, you goddamn ogre ass fucking
See,
hillbilly.
you're just a large.
I'm just a large dog.
Dude, I've graduated into the XL.
You did?
They
That
just
is for
are-
life.
You went to the
more-
dark side.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get back to the large, but
not
I don't think
gonna-
it's gonna happen. I think I'm an XL from now on, but I do not want to get to that fucking 2X.
You know what
Dude,
I've
it was
been
a
afraid of?
Big deal for me when I went to the 2X. I
Yeah.
was like XL tall forever, but then nobody makes tall anything that
Right,
looks nice. Like
that's
it's like,
actually nice.
do you want a one pocket black Dickies work shirt? Because that's what you can find in extra large
Although-
tall.
Yeah.
Kohl's does have that fucking big and tall section. That's pretty nice.
No.
I
I
will
don't
say-
think, I don't think they
I
calibrate for
I-
boys my size.
I don't shop at it in that section very often. I think maybe never in my life, but I mean, I walk by it every now and then.
the thing that fucks me up with the whole 2X thing and crossing, or the XL thing and crossing from large to XL, is I fear that if I make that transition, I'm gonna really enjoy the clothing that I bought. And it's gonna be one of those reasons that I have to not fucking go back.
Well,
And
you're gonna.
me at 5'8", I'm giving myself 5'8",
Yeah, that's about a 6.5 inch difference
215 fucking pounds.
at 5'2".
If I get to the point where I need an XL, I'm gonna look like absolute dog shit. I can't gain much more weight before I start looking like a real piece of shit. Dude, I saw my driver's license picture. I got a new one. Compared it to my old one. Talked about this last episode or a couple episodes ago. Dude, my fucking head is fat.
See, and don't take this the wrong way, but I'm surprised you're not wearing XL shirts. Like, I don't feel like we're like a different body type. I feel like we have a very similar one.
Yeah.
Jeremy's just got wider shoulders. I mean, that's my main observation. Like, Colby's kind of built like a barrel, and Jeremy's kind of built like a 2x6. He's just a little wider up top.
Well, I think
Menard's 2x6.
yeah.
It's 6 inches.
So
at one end,
I
but-
got a curve on to me.
No,
I
you
gotta
just,
stand with a
you're
lean
kind of
and-
you're more triangle shaped than Toby. Toby's more Colby. Sorry, that's a word
Toby.
thing.
Well,
Yeah, it's Toby Dickskin at work. Jimmy Dickskin, how are you now?
my
Toby
shoulders
Dickskin.
my shoulders used to be a little bit higher and wider than they are now, but
No, all that fucking hot air just went to your head, and that's why your face is fat in your driver's license picture.
this fucking guy. This fucking guy.
That was the wrong button. I
You're-
meant to go. No.
There you go. Figured it out. You know, we finally got rid of Brandon. I thought maybe I'd have a little leverage here, shit talking, and nope, still coming at me.
Kick him in the shin when you can.
Yeah. Well, don't worry, Tempy. I have a whole bunch of stuff that's coming your way, and I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, I got a feeling that
Well-
it's not going to be the nicest.
So, first question I have for you: have you ever shit yourself?
Yes, I have. Do you want me to deep dive into this?
Let's deep dive into it.
Okay, it's happened to me twice in my adult life. One time, I was hammered drunk, and I get what I like to call
Just picture me shitting yourself. Sleeping on the couch.
I was awake. It's bad. This is bad.
Somebody walks in the room. What the fuck is that? I think Tempy shit himself.
No. So, all right, we'll get the short one out of the way. Last year, I had back surgery. Woke up from the anesthesia, and I'm sitting there in my hospital bed, like, what in the fuck stinks in here? I mean, it's a hospital. They all fucking smell terrible. Yep. Smell like dead old people. I'm getting a whiff of something different. Well, stand up to go take my first walk after back surgery. And, well, I shit myself.
Walking down the hallway?
No. Like when I was knocked out from an anesthesia.
No, but like you realized it when you stood up.
Like I stood right up, and the nurse goes, "Oh,
let's."
And I turned on. I kind of turned and looked at the floor, and or not the floor, to the bed, and I was like, "Yep, shit myself." Probably top 3 most embarrassing times of my life. The other time as an adult that I shit myself, like I said, I was hammered drunk. It was bad. Bad drunk. I decided my parents live near the little town of Rock Falls, Iowa. It's got a bar, a post office, 15 houses.
Campground,
yes, campground. And anyways, I got shit-faced at the Rock Falls bar, which was a pretty normal occasion. For whatever reason, that night I decided I needed to try and walk home. I get these things with my IBS that I have, I call butthole hiccups. If you get a butthole hiccup, you have got about T-minus 8 seconds to find the shitter, or you're going to have a problem. Well, I had a belt on, nice pants. I was having trouble. Couch game, molten lava, piss hammer drunk, standing in the ditch a mile from my parents' house. So I toughed her on up and got down the ditch, wiped my ass with some nasty canary grass and whatever I could find, walked that other mile home. Let's just say my pride hurt a little bit after that one. But
you always feel so low when you're in those moments, and then it hits you like, nah, it could be worse. You could be lower.
I could have been like in the process of a field sobriety test and shit myself. But hey, I was doing the responsible thing and walking home.
The cop pulls up, shines his light on you. He's like, "What are you doing?" I shit my pants.
I bet they'd fucking leave you alone if you did that.
They ain't putting you in the back of the cop car.
Yeah, you never know. I saw some shit at Mille Lacs one time on the Indian reservation up there. They arrested a gentleman that was just shit-faced. They were nice enough. They let him out of the backseat of the cop car to puke, and he puked all over a gas pump. He want to talk about projectile. They let him out so he didn't have to sit back there in his own puke. That was pretty right on of him, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, it's because they don't want to be the ones that have to fucking spray hose the back of their goddamn car out.
Neither way. You want to drive around with that stink in your fucking vehicle all day? No, thank you.
No, that fire water stinks. Jeremy, you ever shit yourself?
More sharded than actual like full on shit. I've definitely sharded probably 50 times in the last 8 years.
Yeah,
that'll happen.
Yeah. So
you can't trust some of those farts, especially Taco Bell stuff, you know.
Well, before I started climbing the wind turbines, I was a water treatment chemical salesman and also delivering fucking treatment chemicals all over the state. Well, all these little towns need water treatment chemicals or rural water. They need their chemicals. Well, when you get so far out in the middle of fucking nowhere and you're just driving, trying to make it to whatever gas station
the next fucking Casey's.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you try and let a little air pass, the little turd. You let her try and roll off of it. And sometimes it don't fucking work out. I think there is probably maybe 10 to 15 pairs of underwear that I've put in a Casey's garbage can in the bathroom. At least.
Dude, when you're going down the road and you're like, fuck the pizza.
Yeah.
That's a fucking bad
thing. You get that shit took and you're like, you got a fucking slice of roni in the warmer. I'm fucking hitting that up.
And you would think it would be worse like up on top of the turbine because there's no fucking bathroom there. You don't want to climb down to go to the bathroom because you got a fucking harness on and that pulling your ass cheeks apart. But that's why we always bring extra garbage bags up there and you just take a shit and you put it right on the roof. So you don't really have any close calls up at the turbine.
Have you ever dumped one out of like the hole in the bottom and then counted to see how long it took to hit the ground?
No, because that, I mean,
dude, if I did something like that, I'd shit on the fucking big boss that came to check on me the one time and like shit right on the hood of his truck.
You imagine the sound that thing would make.
It put a fucking hole in something. I'll bet on it.
It fucking explodes.
Dude, if you purposely drop shit, like, one, if you drop something on the tower, you're probably in a little bit of trouble. But if you drop like a fucking wad of shit that you purposely did, yeah, you're getting in some fucking trouble. Well, I mean, first of all, you have to be seen, but it's just not a risk I'm willing to take. I'd rather just tie it off to the tie-off points on top of the roof and bring it down with us.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, good. You got to practice.
It's better in the wintertime because it gets, if you put it on top of the roof, by the time you go down, it's frozen.
There you go. That makes sense.
That makes sense. I was sitting in a truck, my dad's truck one time, and you guys both have met my Uncle Vinny.
Oh, yeah.
Wild Vinny.
He's one of those guys that he's fun to watch, but you never try to keep up with.
Nope.
We're sitting in the truck, and my Uncle Vinny's in the back seat. My dad got out to go talk to somebody about doing a job. And my uncle was like, God, I got to shit. And all of a sudden I go, did I do it? And I turn and look, and this dude is slouched down in the back of the chair with his feet on the roof of the fucking car, and his shorts are pulled up on the backside. So all I could see was his balls and his asshole, and this dude sharted. He had poop smeared in his asshole. He's like, did I shit? And I go, yep, you did.
What the fuck?
That's a fucking Vinny moment if I've ever heard of one.
God.
Golly.
Fucking feet on the roof of the goddamn truck with his asshole hanging. I'm like, oh, God. Yep, you farted. And it came out a little poop.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I picture Vinny doing too. Like, I don't.
Oh, yeah.
That's him.
Yeah, he's like, did I shit?
Not surprised at all.
Nope.
Yep, there's poop.
What about you? You shit yourself?
Funny story here. I actually shit in the marsh the other day because I almost pooped in my waders. Last time we were out, dude.
That's a fucking fire drill trying to get all that shit off in time to poop. Been there, done that.
There's nothing worse than having everything down at your ankles and you're ready to like let her fucking rip, but you got to make sure you're tucking everything in your waders nice so you don't like shit on your straps. And and you're still holding it like, come on. Oh, okay. I made it.
I had a buddy that shit on his brand new fucking bibs one time. I won't name drop him, but if he watches this,
I know who you're talking about.
I've never seen a more pissed off individual in my entire life. Like I've gotten into some pretty shitty situations.
Literally.
That I felt terrible for him. He just got these brand new fucking Cabela's Northern Flight fucking bibs, and then he's jonesing them up. Yeah, these things are the fucking bee's knees. He goes over the fence because he's got a shit, and he leans up against that pole.
Shit's right in his fucking
Shit right in his brand new fucking bib.
I think we got to know the name. I think we got to know the name. Who was it?
Another name?
Who was it?
Oh.
He said he wasn't going to say the name, but I mean, we've shared a lot of names on this that
I don't know if he's one of them dudes.
You could probably drop his nickname. And
it was the Bassmaster. It was Bass. We'll leave it at that. If you're a Clear Laker, you know. For the rest of the internet world, you don't need to know. He's a hell of a good guy though. I still feel bad for him because I've never pooped in my bibs, but if I did, I'd have been fucking mad too.
I don't think I've really had.
I did shit in a pair of rock revivals that night, though. I will say that.
Well, I mean, probably all right then.
I don't think I've ever had like a full on emergency dump where I'm just it is what it is. Too late.
You ain't never experienced a butthole hiccup. I'll tell you that right now.
I've definitely like diarrhea shit myself where it was like I couldn't hold it, and the only way to alleviate from actually full on dumping in my pants was letting a little bit out and accepting like I let a little go. So
you took the pressure relief valve off.
Trying to,
like when you're at somebody else's house and they're all outside and like the room right out there, and you're just like
you're letting that like top 5 psi off the fucking balloon. Like, okay, I can make it a little longer now.
Just little puffs here and there, and then you gotta let one like big one go, and then you're like, oh, hopefully they didn't fucking hear that.
Yeah, I've had several of those, but I don't think I've ever had really any like, yep, I did it. I fucking shit myself hard.
Yeah, I mean, I was heavily under the influence of things both times.
Do you remember? You remember when we were up at Mille Lacs and we were out in the middle of the ice and
staying in that sleeper?
In the sleeper, and they're like, don't shit in the sleeper, just shit on the ice. And we're like, yeah, okay. And Uncle Kevin couldn't figure it out. He kept shitting on the side of the ice castle.
What?
It literally looked like where he shit looked like somebody took the cap off a Hershey's bottle and stomped on it. That's what his shit looked like. It was bad.
He'd lean up against the ice castle, squat down, and for some reason his butthole was aimed backwards at the he would start shitting and he would shit on the side of it. And we're like, they're gonna bill us for that. I guarantee it.
Frozen shit all over.
Oh yeah, it was cold enough up there too. That shit was that froze real quick.
Oh,
my coworker showed me a picture today. He's like, check out what I had to deal with Friday after work. And it's just his fucking bedroom door, and there's just shit all up and down, and it's a white door, and there's just shit and fucking fingerprints all over little kid. They're like potty training their little kid, or like, I don't know, it's still in diapers, and fucking took the diaper off full of shit and wiped it and smeared it.
Dude, there's nothing worse than wiping a child that won't fucking hold still. And like, it's a disaster, obviously. So you like got like, you like need 40 fucking wipes. And you're like, ooh, and they're kicking and fucking screaming, going nuts. You're trying to like, and all of a sudden you're like, oh no. Oh no. And you're like, oh no. Fuck, dude. There's nothing worse, man.
That's why you just don't have kids.
Well, some people take that route. You know, I'm a firm believer in my legacy needs to be carried on.
Yeah, that's the one we want going.
Yes.
You better have 10 more.
I think 2's just fine. All right, let's move on here. I got some more questions for Tempy. This one here, I'm going to ask you, if you had a choice, and we've talked about this when I asked you guys, if you had a choice between fighting a mountain lion or 5 coyotes, which would you take?
Take the 5 coyotes all day long.
Would you?
You bet.
Huh.
They're not that big. They're 35, 40 pounds a piece at tops. Mountain lion, them motherfuckers got daggers in their fingers. Yeah. I ain't about to be fuckskin with no mountain lions. They're sneaky. Coyotes aren't that sneaky. They're coyotes. But no, I ain't fuckskin with no mountain lions. Nope.
You think you'd take 5 mountain lions over one or 5 coyotes over 1 mountain lion?
Absolutely.
Think so?
You better believe it, bud. Coyotes are little bitches. You ever remember that song? What does the fox say?
I think
I've got a thing about that. They say, that's what noise they make every time you shoot one. Same with fuck coyote.
I think what fucks me up about thinking about that fight,
and I hate coyotes,
is that they do that fucking that shit where like you're fighting 2 of them and then one's like sneaking up behind you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think in my head, having to only focus on one death creature is better than having 3 in front of you and 1 behind you.
You got 5 little nippers nipping at you. 5 dogs Brandy size nipping at you. Less than, because Brandy's like a tater tot these days. Okay? They're a little quick, but hear me out. You got 5 nippers. They only got 1 weapon. That's in their teeth. You deal with a mountain lion, he got 5. Back feet, front feet. There's 4. Mouth. That son bitch can jump like 9 feet high and grab you by the neck, and you're dead in like 6 seconds. we're pussies, man. Like in the nature spectrum of things.
Have you seen the video of the dude that killed a mountain lion with his bare hands?
Yeah, dude, that guy's a fucking legend. Dana White should sign that motherfucker to a contract now.
I watched that video. And I looked at that guy. I'm like, you wear like Ozark Trail fucking puff coats and hiker shoes from fucking LL Bean.
His name's probably like fucking Fly Rod or something stupid like that too, right?
Yeah, and he
moved to Bozeman, Montana to get closer to the fucking natures.
He fucked up a fucking mountain lion.
Good for him.
With his bare hands. And I'm
Good
like,
for him.
It got me thinking. I'm like, he got a stupid mountain lion.
Right. He must have got the Colby mountain lion. I'm like, he wasn't gonna eat him. He was like, "Sup, bro?" Some dude's like, "No."
Some dude
You're
watched
going down.
Some dude watched his fucking video and was like, "I'm gonna go find a mountain lion." Because that's fucked up.
He got the escape mountain lion from fucking Tiger King.
Yeah,
after that show was over.
He's like, if that guy can fight a mountain lion, I'm gonna do it too. Find some real one.
Dude, way back in the day, one of my dad's friends, rest in peace, Crazy Pete. He had a mountain lion, and its name was Cody the Kid Killer.
Oh, like a pet mountain lion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of fucking crazy shit went on out there, but that's a story for another time. But anyways, I remember being like 3 years old and seeing that thing. Like, those are some of my earliest memories. I ain't fucking with no mountain lion. Absolutely not. Not unless I got something that goes boom and a lot and real fast.
Do they do that shit where they like get their paws real wide and they like smack the ground when they're coming at you?
Yeah, no. I don't like cats to begin with.
That is a moment.
That's a death cat.
Yeah.
That is a moment where I learned, one, mountain lions probably are not meant to be fucked with, and two, there is a moment in my life where I shit myself.
Yeah. If you haven't, you might do it there.
Definitely do it there. Oh, okay. So 5 coyotes. You take 5 coyotes.
Yes, sir. Give me the 5 coyotes.
All right. Next question I got for you here, Temp. If you could rate yourself on a hotness scale of 1 to 10, where would you land?
I'd give myself like a 6'2".
A 6'2".
6'2".
Yeah. I know I'm not the most beautiful human being that's ever graced this earth, but I'm not fucking not like ugly.
I won't ask you to take your hat off.
Dude, I'm balder than fuck. It's bad.
Jeremy's right there with you.
Yeah, I don't have much.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
The only place I don't have hair on my body is my forehead.
Huh?
Yeah.
I can concur. Yep.
Yeah, luckily I haven't
Bottom of my feet.
Oh, you don't have it there?
No.
I'm one of those that luckily I haven't got like the absolute overgrowth on my back yet, which I think it's still coming, but
Dude,
right now it's just like little mini patches that are spotty.
well, what I don't understand is you've been pubertized since fucking 5th grade. Dude had a motherfucking beard in 6th grade.
Yeah.
And
that's a true story.
And here's the deal. I got back here before you did.
I remember raising my hand. I would wear like those stupid ass like cut off t-shirts.
The FUBU jersey cutoffs. I remember you
I
little
would wear
goofy ass in those things all the fucking time.
And the reason I would wear them,
G unit over here.
I'd wear them in like 5th and 6th grade because they had no sleeves on them. And the teacher would ask questions that I didn't know the answers to, but I would raise my hand on purpose because I had a couple armpit hairs and I wanted everybody to see that I had them. It's like 5th, 6th grade.
Yep.
That's fucking weird.
That's Colby.
Yeah. I was like, bet y'all ain't got those. I do. Remember that time we touched your one armpit hair you had and it fell off?
No.
We were in high school.
I remember the time that you guys lit me on fire with Axe, though.
Axe body spray.
Yeah.
We sprayed the shit out of his belly and lit it on fire.
Woo! That's hot. That smelled terrible too, because you got that like little kid peach fuzz going on.
Wasn't it in my bedroom too?
Yeah,
my whole
dude.
fucking bedroom stuff. My dad was fucking pissed.
Yeah. Dude, we did some sketchy shit when we lived across the street from each other.
Dude, that was gonna be my next question. Is have you ever like convinced somebody into doing something absolutely fucking dumb? Like you just kept ragging on them, and you ended up convincing them to do something that
I lived across
dumb?
the street from him for what was it? How long was it? 8 years.
Oh fuck! It was like 12. It was like 12 to basically 18.
Okay, so 6 years. Okay, anyway, so.
Or 11. It was 11 to.
We did some shit. We had an odd duck live down the road from us. Dude drove a fucking hearse. All right. On the child sex offender registry. I don't know how he lived this close. We lived by a school.
He's grandfathered in, is what we heard.
Yeah, we heard. We heard lots of stuff. He heard lots of stuff too. Just for example, we used to hide in the egress windows and throw rocks at the dude's house until he came out. And him and I had a pretty good arm.
Big rocks.
Fucking rocks.
We would get like big rocks and we would heave them super high.
So they land on the roof.
Hit the roof like the tree's coming down.
And he'd come out. Well, one night we decided in the middle of winter that we needed to get closer and really fuck with this dude. So I do believe there were firecrackers involved in the trash can. I know our friend Tyler was peeing on a hearse. And I know,
dude, and this kid was doing the special kid pee. We're like,
all the way
underwear,
can't
all the way
leave that
down.
out. And Colby and I were throwing snowballs at the house, on the roof, all that shit. Ryan picks up a fucking block of ice that weighs like 40 pounds and goes to throw it on the roof. Totally misses and throws it right through a fucking window. Old hearse man comes bailing out of the fucking house, hollering. We're beating feet for the fucking egress window where we always hid.
Tyler was bear crawling.
Crawling down the fucking road with his pants in his ankles.
Be bear crawling, butt naked, his fucking pants down.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Yep. I mean, we've done some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't understand how in the fuck we didn't end up in jail. Well, we grew up in the 90s. You get away with stuff then. Like, the cops would have showed up to that and been like, hey, keep it up, but stop tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
All the neighbors ring doorbells and
oh no shit.
Dude, no wonder fucking kids can't get away with anything. There's a fucking camera everywhere. Poor little shits can't fucking do dumb stuff and have fun.
No. Tempy.
Yeah.
How many pre-fishing tournaments have you won?
Wait a minute. You gotta back that up.
How many pre-fishing tournaments have you won?
I mean, I've had some seriously good pre-fishing in my day. I've been very fortunate. God, this year, Spring Walleye Classic on Clear Lake, third weekend in May every year. Couple days prior, had clients out. I had the best day of walleye fishing I've ever had on Clear Lake. Just the way she goes sometimes. You know, it's part of the ball game.
I don't
think I'm the world's best pre-fisherman because if I was the best, I would have at least won a couple of these tournaments by now.
We've established on the podcast that you are the world's best pre-fisherman.
Well, see, I'm wearing my Onum hat. Okay, if you guys don't know what Onum is, Google a guy by the name of Matt Robertson. He's a professional bass guy, and if he doesn't make you laugh, then fuck you. You're a terrible human being, and yeah, that's all I got to say about that. He's my hero.
So, okay, so how many pre-fishing tournaments have you won?
Well, if I don't have any trophies, so I'm gonna say, like, if it was a contest between me and you pre-fishing, I win every time.
Yeah. Except for the one time that I outfished the shit out of you in your own boat.
Yeah.
You remember that.
I do.
Which leads me into my next question.
We were trolling and I was letting him reel him in.
Why did you let the other professional fishing guide on Clear Lake beat you in the Walleye Classic this spring?
That's tough, man.
I didn't want to say that because I know that one is going to sting a little, and I wasn't trying to be that mean, but
that wasn't very nice. But I will tell you this much: one of the fish he weighed during the tournament, it was a 28 incher. It had a chunk out of its gill plate. I caught that same fish that day. I was just talking to you.
Pre-fishing.
it was about 200 yards from where he ended up winning the tournament, which was just insane to me. Those fish slid out on me. What was it? I think I'd been checking it every day driving by, and you could see them all sitting up on this little, like right next to this little rock pile. You could see them on the side imaging, and I'd just be like, yep, you motherfuckers. And you stay there till Saturday, baby. And I remember driving by there on Thursday afternoon pre-tournament, and they were all gone. And I was like, no.
Yep.
No.
Motherfuckers do that.
And I drove around that section. That particular section is, I don't know, how deep dive can I get here and not lose the whole world? Anyways, it's a big area, and there's a lot of shit to check. And the last place I was going to check was where he caught him. And I just kind of wrote it off as, nope, they done vacated.
They said, see you later.
They're gone. No, turns out they just went about 150, 200 yards. And my dumb ass didn't go up there and look. But anyway, he had a better boat draw than me on the second day. So it would have been interesting to see what happened.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go that far, but I was like, that'd be a funny question.
Yeah, you're a fuckhead.
Jeremy, do you got any more questions you want to ask Tempy? I got a couple more here.
I had an interesting thing that we could, you know how sometimes people get into some weird ass fucking things on their phone, like just accidentally. And since Colby's on his phone already, I just thought maybe we'd pull up the last Google searches that each of you have done.
Last Google searches, huh?
Mm-hmm. What's your last Google search?
Dave Portnoy. Perfect.
My last Google search was Cooper DeJean.
Cooper DeJean.
Yeah, this afternoon.
Speaking of,
The kid thinks he, Myers boy, he goes to Iowa, and anyways, he's like, yeah, he's a freshman. I'm like, are you fucking high? That kid's been tearing it up for like 3 years.
So this is his second year at Iowa.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, I mean, last year he played a little bit, wasn't a starter at the beginning of the year or whatever, and then so he's from Ida Grove.
Yeah.
So 25 minutes from my hometown, and he was like just the rave of the town, or the town surrounding, like big time, and so kind of followed him. He's all American, like fucking great.
Yeah,
dude's a hammer. We're gonna miss him, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we definitely could have used him going into the Big Ten championship because we're gonna get our fucking poop shoved in.
The only thing that Iowa has is maybe a miracle. Maybe like the whole team eats some bad brownies.
I don't see them standing a chance at all.
I'm sure that the Ohio State or Michigan practice squad will wipe the floor clean with the Hawkeyes.
Here's what's probably going to happen. We fire Brian Ferentz. Like, he's not coming back next year. And then he's just going to put up a fucking 60-point game for his last fucking game. At Iowa. Like, that's just some fucking ridiculous thing.
That's what I was thinking. Like, we all think we're gonna get our fucking shit pounded by either Michigan or Ohio State.
No, it's gonna happen.
And then then we get to the game, and then it's gonna be one of those where like Iowa comes out absolutely nowhere.
You remember the year that we all thought Iowa was really, really good? And
was that Stanzi?
I don't remember who the quarterback was at this time, but then we played a certain Stanford team with a young man by the name of Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, no, that was C.J. Beathard.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
and I think it went something like this. You know how the old school Vikings used the term pillage? That's exactly what fucking happened. We got our buttholes.
Yeah, it was about 5 minutes in when we knew, like, okay, this isn't going to be a game at all.
Nope. Yep. We watched that at Mabe's Pizza. We were there.
Yes, we were.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me lead into this question. This is a quick one, and then I have a really good one I want to end with. This one here. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl this year?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think I think the Chiefs are going to be a hard one to beat, but they both look at the TV too. They're up 17-7 right now. I think Chiefs are going to be a hard one to beat. I don't think the NFC has a contender that can beat them. I really don't. The thing that I could see happening that could change that is if Baltimore catches fire. I think they've got like all the tools to do it, but that's a far-fetched deal.
You don't think the NFC has a contender at all? I mean, Niners playing fucking. They went on a little skid there, a 3-game skid.
They did go on a skid.
But you don't think they're up 17-7 on the Eagles, but you don't think the Eagles can.
I think the Eagles have a team that can do it.
Yeah.
I think they've got a really good ball club, but if Kansas City catches fire, like that postseason role that whole crew gets into, like there's something to be said about moxie and mojo and confidence going in, and they've got it, and it's a scary deal when a team like that can put it together, and then they get rolling too. They get on a fucking hot streak. I mean, you remember, just to rub it in just a hair, the last time Green Bay fucking won a Super Bowl, they didn't look that great, and then all of a sudden they caught fucking fire, and here they went, and you got a guy like Aaron Rodgers or a Patrick Mahomes when they're feeling fucking good. When you have an athlete of that caliber, you hang on to your fucking hat. You know, there are teams out there that could beat them. I do think the Niners could. They could. It would have to be the right day. They got a lot of mouths to feed on offense, but.
So I got a question now that you brought up the Packers. Why does Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre not get ragged on like some of the other great quarterbacks who, I mean, because if they're top 5 all time, they say, those two, would you say that? Top 10? Easily.
Top 10, yeah.
Both of them? Why do they not get ragged on for only winning 1 Super Bowl apiece?
Hard question to answer. I mean,
honestly, if you were in the NFL, I think the answer would be, do you know how fucking hard it is to win a fucking Super Bowl?
Having the right tools around you.
I think that's the big question is like, to win you can be an absolutely phenomenal, best quarterback that there's ever fucking been. But if you don't have, one quarterback, like I think that Aaron Rodgers made it to the playoffs most of the years that he made it because of him and his ability. I don't think they had that great of a fucking team to make it. I think he was just that good that he made the fucking team keep rolling.
He made a lot of people look really good. But here's
I think on the same scale, obviously different sport, same scale, different sport, LeBron James just gets absolutely fucking ragged on for even he made it to the fucking championships. And then he's won 4 and lost, 6? Fucking 5?
Yeah.
Like,
that's way more NBA championships than I'll ever get to.
He ain't no fucking Michael Jordan though.
That's not a relevant conversation,
right?
Though, because
I agree. That's not.
They play in 2 different eras. Like basketball was so different when Michael Jordan played, and then you have LeBron James.
Yeah, but I shouldn't even be chiming in because I don't even fucking like basketball.
Yeah, man.
But I would just ask him about that because I always wondered like why like Rodgers has had some really good fucking teams. Like there was a time where he had Devontae Adams in his prime, Jordy Nelson towards the end of his prime, still a really good fucking receiver.
I think it
Randall
takes
Cobb.
It takes the fucking right team though.
He had a fucking defensive line, Mike Daniels, fucking, he had some players.
They shit them the bed so many times in the NFC Championship or the divisional rounds or whatever. It sucked, but I'm going to throw one back at you. How in the fuck hasn't Minnesota won one?
Oh yeah,
Dude, you guys,
I agree.
got guys like AP,
right?
Chris Carter, Randy
Moss.
Fucking Percy Harvin.
Yeah.
Stephon
Ooh,
Diggs.
Percy Harvin. You throwing in Percy Harvin.
Dude,
When you go,
I don't care who says
He
what.
was a fucking amazing athlete.
If he could have stayed healthy, oh my goodness.
But I think there was a mix of like mental health. There was a mix of like actual. He had migraines or whatever.
What was it? Was it Dante Culpepper? Randy Moss era?
Yeah,
dude.
I don't know why that team never fucking because that was the same time frame when they like started getting
so hard by the Falcons.
Jared
that
Allen
1 year. That was terrible.
Wasn't Jared Allen playing on that team too?
That was pre Jared Allen. The year they got beaten
right
NFC
before.
championship by
Jared Allen played when it was like
must have been right after
Tavares Jackson.
Yeah, that was in that stretch where they really just struggled with a quarterback.
Right.
And I mean, I love the sport of football as a whole. Like, yeah, I'm a Packers fan. But like when Minnesota plays whoever, I'm like, yeah, go Vikes.
Well, my thing is too, I want that division to all be really fucking good and then the Vikings to come out on top.
Boom.
Like I want it to be the best division of football and the Vikings still come out on top of that.
And
I wish,
even though like
NFC
it's going to be really tough because we always are going to have the fucking Bears in it.
Yeah.
So
well,
I wish I was alive.
It's not going to be 85 again.
No. I wish I was alive to see the 85 Bears because from what I heard, that was a team. That was a team of teams there, boy. My uncle tells me sometimes, he's like, I watched the fucking 85 Bears win, and he goes, there's never been a team that could beat the 85 Bears.
Yeah, I definitely, like, without a doubt, best defense there's ever been.
Yeah.
You ever heard of a guy by the name of Tom Brady?
You ever heard? Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
okay, so
like 07 New England.
We're running out of time here, so
okay.
I got one more question I want to ask you, Temp. Growing up, why were you so scared of your mom?
Oh, Mama Lisa. let me tell you what. That woman was lethal with a wood spoon, a rolling pin, a belt, a fly swatter, and the worst one. You want to know what the worst one ever was?
Huh.
You know
the
those
old dick twist?
No, mom never grabbed me by the dick twist. Thank God. That'd be a little fucked up. But no, the worst one was one of those metal serving spoons with the holes in it.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. She caught me across the fucking ass with that one time. I was like 8. Nope, never again. You don't know what a Mama Lisa beating was like. I mean, so that woman, and I'll tell you, when I turned about 17. She went to swing that wooden spoon at me one time, and I grabbed her by the wrist, and I was like, this ain't fucking happening anymore. And it hasn't happened since. But I'll tell you right now, that woman put the fear of God into me a few times as a young pup, and I just learned to respect my elders. I wasn't a little fucking shitling.
The reason I asked that question is because when we were younger, we would be outside doing whatever the young kids did.
Hood rat shit.
And you could hear Mama Lisa come out on the front porch, and she would scream for Alex. And as soon as he heard her yelling for him, his ears were pinned back, his tail was tucked, and that kid,
gotta go.
That kid was scared shitless of what was coming.
Yep. Let me tell you what, that yeah.
The good times, buddy.
You ain't never been on the bottom side of an ass whooping like that.
The good times. I saw a bunch of the walk of shame where Temp had to walk up the porch steps and walk past his mom to go in the house, and as soon as he passed her, she would smack him in the back of the head.
And that was just a precursor for what was coming. It was like, God damn it, this is gonna suck. And it did.
So that's all the time we got. Tempy, thank you.
You bet.
Thank you for sitting in for Brandon while he deals with his traumatic prolapse recovery from the STDD. Poor kid's having a fucking go, but
it's a rough time to be alive. 2023, you got people that fucking don't know what gender they are, and
we
can't even get a regular STD. It's got to be double D now.
STDD,
yep. Fucking A.
So we appreciate you coming out, hanging out with us, talking some shit, drinking some beer. Stay tuned. We have the whole month of December coming up here shortly. Actually, these might come out in December.
They're actually going to do a segment called Colby on a Shelf. It's like an elf on a shelf, but they're just going to start putting Colby on shelves.
Yep, that's what we're going to do. We got some good episodes planned for you guys in December. We're going to do some. I got to get my Christmas tree set up soon.
Give the fucking turkey their day.
I got a shop Christmas tree.
By the way, another one of my legs of my parlay just hit. Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown.
Ooh, for
Nice.
6.
You're going to get it. All right. That's all we got for you. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. We fucking love you.
Love you guys.
Love ya.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck
Fuck
you.
both of you.
Yeah, fuck you.
No, fuck you.
All right.
KLYB, bye.
Love you. Bye.
Chasing her butt cheeks up and down the corn. All these girls have cowboy boots and wear their Wrangler. Fuck me in the butthole. Take 2. Chasing their butt cheeks up and down the corn. All these girls have cowboy boots and carry around their pitchforks. Chasing their butt cheeks up and down the corn. All these girls have real nice butts and wear those Wrangler jean shorts. All right, dude. Pull chocks.
Pull chocks.